welcome back to the article. Basically, Robinhood actually started off as kind of an application meant to cater to people who are more like beginners of the whole stock market process and everything. But that's kind of where some controversy started. It wasn't in the article, but I might as well mention it. Robinhood was very controversial at first because it was really pushing beginners to join, and beginners didn't know what they were doing.
Oh.
And so there's a little bit of like, oh, are they taking advantage of people's boredom during the coronavirus and trying to get money from them? Now, the main controversy, though, with Robinhood was how they treated the whole meme stock situation.
Right.
People started to trade meme stocks, so like GameStop stocks, AMC, and then, of course, some of the coins out there, right? Cryptocurrency coins. And Robinhood decided to, kind of against its name, I suppose, stop people from investing in those stocks that were making others get rich quick. Literally get rich overnight in some cases. And people were very unhappy about that, and they are currently, I believe, under investigation for fraudulent business practices. However, in spite of these controversies and what many assume is going to be an investigation that ends up in nothing, Robinhood has decided to expand, and they've expanded to the desktop now. Instead of just being on the phone, now they're adding up much more professional services that allow you to trade in like futures, in indices, oil, like stuff like that. So like kind of these sort of big boy games, if you will. And they're trying to start to gather more professional traders instead of their original business model of the everyday person trading, right? Again, kind of against their name a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, catering to the fat cats.
Join the man.
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, that's kind of good news for people invested in Robinhood and also people working there because they have a stable job. And also, you know, people who want to use this free application and something that seems to be a little bit more cheap or even devoid of all cost to go into these sort of complex trading situations that might cost you a lot of money elsewhere. Yeah, that's kind of their idea. Not a sponsor, just reading the article.
Yeah, I guess there's a lot of people, it's comforting to me that there's a lot of people like me out there who know absolutely nothing, and there are people who are trying to cater to the absolute beginner audience, should they want to take the risk, which I do not.
Yeah, exactly.
But some people might.
Some people might. Now, as you know, perception is all that matters when it comes to investment. If something's perceived to be successful, then people invest more and vice versa, right? Do you think, or how do you think Robinhood's like new platform change is going to change the perception of growth in the company?
Well, it seems like surrounding this article, they're getting press, you know, they're getting more attention, which is going to make people, like I didn't know about Robinhood before, I've never heard of them, so I know about them now. And if anyone is thinking of getting started, this could bring them in, which then they'll see that their stock is on the rise, they're a growth company. Surely, success breeds more success. Positive press equals more investment and rising stock. So I'm sure this will be good for them. Yeah. Again, I don't know if it's going to bring in those big names. Like they were hoping to bring in like professional stock traders. I don't know if they're going to be impressed by this. But again, to that original target market of just sort of ordinary people, it could bring them in.
I guess, sorry to throw you a curveball, but I'll bounce off that for the next question. How do you think, because this is a move to gain more professional traders, how do you think they can kind of gather the interest of these professional traders and get them onto the platform?
I guess it's going to be like legitimacy, isn't it? Like, can these big traders trust these people that are kind of new to the game? You know, why wouldn't they use larger and more established platforms that they 100% know they can trust, and maybe connections as well, like business connections. Like I'm sure, again, the big traders have personally met a lot of people who work for the big platforms.
Yeah.
So why would they move to a new platform away from the people they know, they trust, and they've done business with before? So yeah, it might take a while. It might be a long-term plan for the big guys.
Money isn't everything at a certain point. Paying, 25 cents less for a sort of trading option is maybe not as good as knowing the person who's actually part of that organization that you trust.
Because look what happened with, was it FTX? We did an article about FTX a couple of years ago. That guy, and it was all a total scam, and it all crashed and burned. And you got to be careful who you trust with your money.
Yep. All right. Well, what you can trust, what we can both trust, is vocabulary. Even though we add new ones every year, and we take away some of the archaic ones, we still can trust the vocabulary to be next to us, warming us up in the cold months, allowing us to speak in that very professional and understandable way in our everyday English. So go ahead and study those, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Commission.
Commission.
Full-fledged.
Full-fledged.
Futures.
Futures.
Seasoned.
Seasoned.
Bolster.
Bolster.